Chiclets fans, Biz here. We want you to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And just maybe, if enough of you subscribe, we'll put out more original content.
Did you ever think we'd get here?
No, certainly not. That was more something where I'm trying to find something to do when I'm done playing hockey. And I'd finished and kind of was thinking, I don't really know what to do now, which is a panic and something that we've talked about for a long time on the pod. Is when you retire, it's a little tough to figure out what's next. So in talking to my wife, she mentioned podcasts. I had just kind of started listening to them, sent out the tweet talking about what will I do next. Should I do a podcast? I think I said about hockey, life in general, whatever. And no, at no point.
You actually tagged Biz too.
At no point did I think I'd be ever interviewing Wayne Gretzky. I thought about maybe interviewing like Keith Yandel or something, like even a couple of my buddies in the NHL. And I can't even get some of my friends to come on the show that I play with, but now we have Wayne Gretzky. So that one's thanks to Biz. But there was no expectations, which is usually how the best things in life happen, is when there's no expectations going in. That's an opinion I have.
Man, this has been quite a ride with Chiclets. Like I said, Whit sent a tweet 6+ years ago, and the idea that me and him was sitting on my couch in South Boston sharing a microphone. Mikey, our producer, wasn't even here yet. And then, me and Mikey went to Nashville to try to grow the podcast, and we bumped around all over the place. And now that I'm in a hotel room in Atlanta getting ready to interview the great one, it's an unreal ride. I got to pinch myself because it's something I would have never foresaw years ago. And again, when me and Whit were sitting on my couch sharing a microphone like this, talking, like the idea that in 5-6 years we're going to be in a hotel 4-season suite to interview number 99 Wayne Gretzky. Nah, I wouldn't have believed you. I would have taken the other action, and would have been another bet I would have lost.
Never in a million years that I think my post-career would take me down the path that it's taken me. Before we hopped on camera here, G mentioned Victory. Well, there was a social media company that I hopped on board with as soon as I retired, and things didn't exactly go as planned, but things happen for a reason, and because of that, after hopping on as a guest with Spittin Chiclets and maybe seeing some of the response and some of my crazy stories, Whit approached me about eventually joining the podcast, and it just ended up being the perfect time because I was comfortable pushing content, and I'd created this series called Biz Does BC, and we figured, why not just announce that I'm going to be joining the podcast and announce this video series, which as you guys know, you're probably watching this on our YouTube channel. Video component was something that we wanted to add, and from day one, I think that between me, G, Whit, and RA, the creator of Spittin Chiclets, we've just been trying to continually give the NHL or hockey fans in general what they want, and everything that we've been able to accomplish, all the road trips, all the sacrifice too from every guy. I mean, the nights of lack of sleep from Grinelli, even adding now Sean and other people to the mix in order to create all this. It's been a whirlwind. I mean, as we're about an hour and a half away from interviewing Wayne Gretzky, there's no plan on us stopping either. We want to continue to push the envelope and push the limits and grow the game of hockey. So I know I've been a little long-winded here, but it's really, really difficult to try to summarize what we've been able to accomplish with not Spittin Chiclets, the podcast, with Spittin Chiclets, the media outlet, the brand, the company, or however Grinelli would like to call it.
We are getting ready, and we're just kind of pre-gaming a little bit how we're going to attack this interview with Wayne Gretzky, the great one they call him. Basically, this all comes down to Biz getting this TNT job and becoming pretty friendly right away with Gretzky, and him being nice enough to give us an hour. And now it's kind of, with a career he had and the life he's had, it's like when you have an hour, we're trying to just game plan how we're going to approach it. So right now, and we'll see after the interview how this goes, we're thinking about 15 minutes about his early childhood when he was a prodigy, and then with the WHA, and then about 30 minutes with the Oilers and the LA Kings, and then maybe the last 15 minutes about the Rangers, the Blues, and maybe his international experience. So played in some amazing Canada Cups. There's a legendary one with, I think he had 5 assists in Game 2 to keep the series alive against Russia, and in Game 3 assisted on Lemieux's game winner late in the game. It was 5-5. It's a clip anyone can look up and probably knows. So there's a million different things we're trying to approach on how to go about it. Biz has some goofy questions because these two guys have become pretty good buddies. So other than that, it's just a little brainstorming, I'd say. And there's no bad ideas when you're brainstorming. That's a saying, because who knows? Who knows where this thing goes? That's kind of how we're approaching it.
I think it comes full circle. There's no way I get the TNT gig without being a member of the Spittin Chiclets podcast. I'm really excited to sit down with the great one and pick his brain. I went more of the random route of some of the funny stuff. Well, a few things that he's told me while enjoying beers behind the scenes. What's that?
Humble brag.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think we're all aware that, Wayne's a team guy, and after, a successful game and/or TNT broadcast, he likes to enjoy a few celebratory pops. So, like I said, very thankful that he's going to give us this hour. We're going to try to maybe get a little bit more. He originally said 45 minutes because Wayne's not a big fan of the long sit-downs, but maybe we can mess with the clock a little bit.
Maybe we get 70 minutes. Just an extra 10 minutes with the great one can go a long way.
My question. Fuck, HDMI broke.
Ready?
Hurry up and wait.
I mean, you've done this.
We're on Wayne's time now, bitch.
What just happened there, Biz?
Ari just dropped a disgusting smash right where
probably
Gretzky's walking in.
Well, either that or I smash in front of the sound guy Milton. That would have been rude because he's actually sitting there. I shut the door. I had limited options. If I was in this hotel, I would have went down to my room, but I wasn't going to go to Whit's room. He was going to let me shit in his room. We know that.
No.
Right, exactly.
Lobby.
Yeah.
What was that?
You guys will be all right. You guys.
All right, what was that in Boston? When we were there for Bruins Islanders?
What did I do?
When you shit in Witt's room?
Yeah, I mean.
Cornelius? Or was that mine?
I don't know. I know.
No, that was yours. He was like banging on the door.
I thought it was G's, and I opened the door and he just like busted in and went in the shitter.
I don't remember.
I remember that happening, but it wasn't me.
No, it was Frankie Borelli's.
It was Borelli.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was Frankie.
Yeah.
Couldn't happen to a better guy.
He was leaving the room anyways. Fucking. Whatever. Hey, like I said, fucking ain't supposed to smell like roses. It's called shit for a reason. It smells like shit.
He's got poopery, the shit that you spray in the toilet.
Isn't it called potpourri?
Yeah, I think this is like a new, somebody created a company called Poopery.
No way.
Yeah, good branding.
And it's just spray down the RA shit smell.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
Is it something you brought, Sean?
He seems to be struggling in there. All right, let's focus on Wayne.
I just can't wait till Vasilevsky shuts out the Rangers.
It's my buddy's Ranger pod.
And on the show you brought up that he's better than Vazzy?
They saw the clip that we put out.
Okay, what clip did we put out?
It was quickly deleted.
Get a little juice while
It was
we-
scrubbed off the internet, but it was our little
And
argument.
were they in agreement?
They were.
Yeah,
Hey, Avery, I respect the fuck out of your fandom and your passion for the Rangers. I just think sometimes you're a little blinded by like your love for the team and the organization.
No, I mean,
But I do fully agree. Like, you have the second best goalie in the world right now. This season he's been the best, but it's like in the middle of Tiger's heyday, like 1 year Ernie Els was better, but did that make Ernie Els a better golfer?
It's just like hard when you have such sustained excellence and you're a champion in back-to-back seasons. Like if the Rangers win a couple playoffs rounds with this kid, and maybe if they even knock
how
off
about
Tampa,
this?
then maybe we'll even consider having a conversation about it. But it's just like there's far too much of a body of work for Vasilevsky being on top to be shunned by this new guy whose sample size is what, 3/4 of an NHL season, regular season.
How
So
about this?
I respect his fandom and his jock sniffing ability, but there's not a chicken dick's chance I would pick Shesterkin over Vasilevsky as we speak. What's up, boys?
Hey, what's going on, Wayne?
So this is Mike Grinnell.
Wayne.
That's our producer.
What's going on?
I'm Ryan Whitney.
That's Avery.
Hi, Wayne. Brian McGonigal.
Brian?
Pleasure to meet you.
Avery, how you doing, man?
nice to meet you.
That's Sean.
Nice to meet
He's
you.
one of our videographers.
Sit
and then-
right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Wayne. We
Yeah,
Thanks for
appreciate
coming
it.
by.
For us.
Hey, you have a phone charger, Biz?
Yeah, here. Fuck, I threw my back out the other day, Wayne, washing my toes in the shower. Seriously.
First time he's washed his toes.
washing my toes. Are you an Islander fan?
He was just arguing with him.
Actually,
about
yeah.
how he
Let's
was-
ask him. We just had a before we start. If you could choose a goaltender for this year, would you choose Shesterkin or Vasilevsky?
Okay, there it is. There it is, Avery. No, no.
Avery, why aren't you screaming at him like you screamed at me?
But hold on a second. But after the Islanders won their third cup in a row, are you taking Trottier or Gretzky? You're taking Trottier, right?
Never.
Avery, say no.
Never. What? No.
You gotta beat the winners.
That was my argument.
Yeah, and I think
was my
that kid is
argument.
phenomenal. I watched the Ranger game the other night, best hockey game we saw this year.
Against when?
2-1 Tampa.
Oh
It was
yeah,
the
that
best
was
hockey
sick.
game I saw. And then last night I got a surprise. Colorado Edmonton was unreal.
Oh,
game
it was
last night.
I
passionate.
watched that too.
That was like the
passionate.
second
I thought
best
the
game.
refereeing was a little
Yeah.
suspect towards my Oilers, or your Oilers, I guess. But I think that it was a great
Yeah,
game.
no. Those are the best two games I've seen this year.
Yeah.
Back to back.
They're
It was
getting
good.
ready.
Dustin called me at 8 o'clock. Can I get 2 tickets for the game? I go, Dustin, isn't the game at 7? He goes, no, it's 8:10. I go, the guy I know is coaching and the other guy's on the left wing. I said, who am I going to call? So I found the guy. I got him in.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. My grandson went. He loved it.
Alrighty, we're gonna start this.
Okay, great.
Alright, we got speed, we're good to go.
Everyone's recording.
We're all recording, sir.
Wait, I like the way that you like to be compensated. We got you 10 beers here.
I'll take a cold one.
There you go.
that. Thank you.
Here, let's get a picture of me and the Ranger boy.
Oh yeah, there you go.
All right. You got an extra large?
We got an extra large tea.
So do you play most of your golf at the Bears Club, Wayne, when you're down there?
We're at the Grove now.
Oh, nice.
There's less people.
Yeah, I played once there with.
No.
I actually played with Michael there. He cleaned my clock.
Or the hoodies run big if you want.
I play with a lot with Clark. Did you play with Clark?
Oh yeah, so Clark got me out there with MJ, and it was a blast. He's a great guy.
I sent him a pair of, I'll show you, where is it? You die laughing. I sent him a pair of, I put him in his locker yesterday. And he's like,
The guy in the locker room there is so nice.
oh, Walton, Gary.
Oh.
So there's Gretzky Johnson shoes. He goes, my word, these I'm dead. I told him, get some balls.
Oh, so Keith Yandel brought our buddy out.
Yeah,
he-
Jens is a member.
Yeah, and he brought a buddy out, and the kid showed up in like FootJoys, and Keith's like, "You got to buy some Jordans in the pro shop." You know, wearing those out.
Grab me that key. I'm gonna go grab Talkit.
Oh, okay, cool.
What he'd asked me 4 questions.
I know. Because you guys talk.
Right, nice to meet you, buddy.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Great to see you. Thanks a lot. Nice
What's
to see
going on,
you.
man?
Not much. Not
Did
much.
he wear you guys out, this guy?
No, please.
Hey, bud.
Could have done another hour.
him out with no AC. Everyone was leaking by the end of it.
No, you see me?
Well, we have it on.
Oh,
Just
this
gotta
guy's
shut it
a
off.
prisoner.
Yeah, I gotta shut it off in between.
Loud.
What do you mean?
We'll get
Well,
it
it's
going.
too loud.
Background
Oh,
noise.
yeah. What's up, buddy?
Oh, I didn't even see this.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you mind?
Talk. I'm Avery, by the way. I didn't
Oh,
introduce
I'm
myself.
sorry. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. All right, I got a question.
Rangers
I got a question because we asked Gretz, and it's been like a big thing between Whit and I
Yeah.
this week. Who would you rather have in net for this year's playoffs, Igor Shesterkin or Vasilevsky?
Well, I'm going to go with Vasilevsky just for the experience. I have. But
All right, but
I got this shirt, like, he knows him. I have him for the heart. These guys are laughing at me.
Oh no, you got him.
Well, right now, like, what he's doing is...
Yeah, he's right there.
I mean, I'll tell you what. I mean, that's a tough question, but I'd go with the guy's won 2 back-to-back.
well, I said like the experience, like you're talking about like who's better right now. You're talking about
That's why.
well, you're talking about like who's better right now. Like who would you
Well, I'll give you
rather?
a scenario. What's that?
Like who's better right now? Like who would you throw
I'm
in
going
a
to give you a
game?
scenario. I'm going to give you a scenario.
Okay, no, I want
He's
to.
nuts. He's crazy.
No,
Don't
I'm
listen.
going to give you a scenario. Tampa's down 2-0 in the series.
Yeah.
And the Rangers are down 2-0 in the series. What goal do you want in for Game
I
3?
think that might be mine, buddy.
Who's got the more the ice
Yeah, no, I
water?
put mine on top of you.
I think the better goalie, Igor.
It doesn't even happen because Vasilevsky's never lost 2 games in a row in the playoffs.
And, he's 22-0.
So our
In back-to-back situations.
After a loss.
I said he's good.
Yeah,
I said he's good. My argument is like Tampa's a much better team. He's got a good team in front of him. He's very good though.
You said good. I mean, that's kind of. You need a
Vasilevsky?
bigger adjective.
He's gonna leave.
He's great.
He's not gonna stick around for an interview if you keep growing.
Well, that's I love it. You know.
No, we needed the answer. We said we needed to get it from both guys.
Answered the whole question.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
But
I didn't know
it's hard for me
Vasilevsky
to
was
say, 'cause
Russian.
I love Shesterkin. I think he's been unbelievable all year.
Meeting Gretz downstairs for a couple.
You going downstairs? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, meet you guys downstairs?
Yeah, what's he right
What do you
down?
guys- Yeah, he's up
about right down.
Oh, yeah, he'll be.
We'll see you down there.
Oh, what an unreal day. I mean, we got so much accomplished, 2 awesome interviews. The chance to actually do talk, Biz had done him prior just by himself. Actually, we gotta find out, why are you you got already blocked on Twitter.
I do?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna bring it up. You probably don't
forgot
even
to
know.
ask that. I forgot
Holy
to ask
fuck,
that.
yeah,
He
yeah.
chirps on Twitter. He must have chirped you one
No,
day.
it's funny. I actually, when you were first on, I used to like have conversations with you. I'm talking like
Did I
7, 8
trip
years
you?
ago.
Did I
No,
trip you?
no, that's the thing. I don't think I tripped you at all. And you could have
Well,
like done it by accident.
let's
yeah.
go, man. I gotta get you back on.
All right. Well,
Fuck, I didn't know.
All right,
Yeah.
things. I used to talk with him once in a while. He responded to some text, and then I was blocked.
There was a rumor. There was a rumor you had punched an old teammate out, and I asked you about it, and you're like, no, that's not true. But
No,
you weren't
it's-
mad about it. You were like, you were
No, I wouldn't be
laughing.
mad.
Yeah. No, that's why I was like, man, I said maybe he hit it by
I feel bad
accident.
now. I would never.
Yeah.
I would never block you, man.
I blocked about 2,000 people when I was on the Oilers because people just hated me so much, and then now I just take in the hate. I kind of enjoy it on Twitter.
My son said he can't. I used to chirp guys like, "Hey."
Oh yeah, I used to go back at people.
Like, you can't do that stuff, right?
Hey, this is my address. Let's go.
Right. Yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys downstairs. I'm gonna throw my computer in there.
What's just happened? I'm only being consistent tonight, and I wasn't trying to fucking scare Gretz
So we got to talk to Wayne Gretzky. We got to interview him. We had some drinks. We had some laughs. We had some beers. RA then asked him, "Do you think Adam Oates was a better passer than you?" He stood up, slammed his drink down, and said, "That's enough, boys."
He quit TNT tonight.
He literally left our party.
He melted his
Because
blood.
RA
There's a true story.
He melted his
asked
blood.
the guy with more assists than anyone else has points if Adam Oates was a better passer than him. One of the craziest moments I've ever seen. If you think Avery's nuts for saying he'd rather Shesterkin than Vasilevsky, take steroids for 10 years, and then that's the question RA just asked Wayne Gretzky. What the hell are you talking
I
about?
respect it.
Hey, it's not the first time I've said it. I've said it many times before.
So are you gonna now go on record as saying he's a better passer than Gretzky?
I said it before, dude. Like, I mean, I'm not saying he's the better passer. I'm saying you can make an argument that Adam Oates is that good of a fucking passer that yes. If you say I would prefer Adam Oates.
By the way,
to pass me
let's
the
get
fuck.
Gretzky's son right now.
Yeah.
Who's your son?
Yeah, Trevor, oh, that's the thing. Trevor don't give a fuck, dude.
What
Like,
line would you rather play on?
Who would you rather have as your center, RA? RA, you should honestly fucking go to ZipRecruiter and find another job after asking that question.
Throw my resume on there too.
hey, Biz, that was off the record conversation with me, Biz and Chief.
But we're on.
Now it's on.
Oh, we're filming everything.
No,
Gretzky left
no,
dinner.
it wasn't. Like, historically, I've said it. Like, I'm like, honestly, like, I've defended Adam Oates' legacy as one of the best passes in NHL
Embrace
history.
debate. Embrace debate.
I think it's like I know obviously Gretz is rolling it, but I have historically in Chiclets history.
Just the fact that you've said it in the past doesn't make it a better take.
I know, no,
fact
no,
that Avery-
Oh, but you're saying because you said it to his face, kind of.
no, right. But I have historically said that I think that Adam Oates, you could put him amongst the 2 best passes ever with him and Gretzky, and I said, you think Oates is a better passer than you, and
And he left.
and he left. Fuck. I mean, I don't
No.
I didn't mean for Gretzky to leave on that.
No, he was tired.
Yeah, he was tired, Trav. Yeah, he was tired, Trav.
We can allow lots.
He was tired. He was sick and tired.
No,
of being sick and tired.
But I mean, I didn't sit here and pick some new defense.
It's a
that, like,
ridiculous statement.
I'm gonna go back to what Fox said. Who would you rather have be your center? And you couldn't answer it already.
Yeah, when you delayed it,
You couldn't answer it.
Well, I think I said for like 5 seconds left. I mean,
What?
I have
5
I
seconds.
think I probably said Oates. I probably said Oates at the end of the day. Like I said Oates to start with. I'm not gonna sit like, oh fuck,
This
fuck
is
you, Adam
Avery
Oates.
with Shesterkin Vasilevsky.
I said this 17 times in Chiclets history. Like I would have Oates over Gretzky for passing. No one said shit.
No one said shit.
Until
Because you know what? No,
because
now you fucked yourself.
But he
Because
said
you
as a center.
You said, let's
As a
pull up
forward.
the times I've said this before, which is fair, because you have said this. Don't say nobody said shit, because every time you said it,
Okay.
I said Gretzky had more assists
Right.
than
Okay.
anyone else had points. And
Right.
every time you'd go, I know, but
And-
I fucking was in the town. I was an extra cook in the show. Like, it doesn't. There's no like rhyme or reason to the
rhyme or
reaction of what you say after every time we bring this up.
I always thought Adam Oates is just a fucking dynamite passing man, and I think you could go 50-50 with either or. That was my point. So I didn't mean to insult Chris. Listen,
There's no winning this argument.
Officially unblocked, RA.
Is he in? Is he in?
You gotta hit the button.
Which one? This one?
He had an RA block
Where is it? This one?
on Twitter. Who did?
Blocked.
I got to figure why I blocked him. Why did I block him? I want to know why.
Wait, scroll back. Scroll back to that one.
Alarms going off in the house all night.
He's giving me shit. He was giving me shit, right, for blocking him, but then he deleted his tweet. So I might block him. I might block him now.
Go back.
No, I'm gonna find out. I'll find out. He was chirping me from the cheap seats, huh?
He's actually blocked me on Twitter. We don't know quite why. So they go.
You're blocked by talk?
Well, like Rick Blockett is one of my comments.
Yeah, keep that to yourself. You ever running one-on-one, you're getting knuckles hammered.
Hey, Rick, you blocked me.